All right, let's make a little video about blowing leaves. Blowing leaves is like blowing snow. You don't want to wait for snow to be 2 feet deep before you blow them, and you don't want to wait for all your leaves to come down before you blow them either. You want to blow a little bit at a time, take little bites out of it. The biggest mistake I see guys make with push blowers is that, especially if they're newbies, they never used one before, they make a pass and they say, wow, this works awesome. And they'll try to do the whole lawn in one pass. It doesn't work that way. You got to start close to the edge of the yard, come in and take little bites out of it and keep blowing it to the edge. Your worst enemy is a big pile that you can't blow. So today we got dry maple leaves behind me. We got relatively no wind. It's really ideal conditions for blowing. Edit here. Don't even think about blowing wet leaves because it's just a waste of time. Let that frost melt off. Wait for the sun to, get them dried out. Just don't even do it. We're going to use the Giant Vac 8-horse push blower and blow them into a pile. I found that making a pile and sucking up the pile with the Giant Vac leaf trailer is about the most efficient way to do it. Plus, my kids like to jump in the leaf pile too. If there wasn't as many leaves as there are now, I would just go with the mower deck and suck it up, but we're gonna make a pile. Dude, now this is a pile, man. It's 5 feet deep. You saw it took like 6 minutes to make that. Awesome. All right, so here's another tip here. If you got a big area to blow, it's easier to make a bunch of little piles and suck up a couple piles rather than trying to blow the leaves a long distance to make a big pile. The longer the distance you need to blow the leaves over, the more time you lose. Because the deeper the pile gets you're blowing, the harder it is to blow. So I actually made 2 piles in the front yard. One kind of on the left side, which was the first half of this video, and one on the right side, which I actually put on my paved driveway. And it just makes it simple for me. Blow them onto the pavement. I blew all the leaves from the road in front of the house back down. You might have noticed there's a stone wall. So it's on the other side of the wall. I blew them across the front of the wall and onto the pavement. And they're a lot easier to blow on pavement than they are on grassy surfaces. One other tip, sticks. Sticks are your worst enemy. If you get some sticks in your leaf pile when you're blowing it, they just hang up the whole thing. When you're sucking the leaves into the hose, if I get a little stick in there, it will clog the hose or will cover the end of the hose and not let anything through. So do yourself a favor and just walk your property and try to pick up the sticks out of the lawn and throw them to the side before you even start to blow your leaves. sucking up these leaves here, you hear a couple clanks going through there. There's some rocks that were in the pile, little pieces of gravel from the dirt road I live on. They inevitably work their way into the leaves when you're blowing it. So try not to suck up rocks because it's not good for the impeller. The traditional way of moving piles of leaves is using a big tarp and hauling the tarp off. If I did that, I'd have to drag the leaves about 400 feet. Everything I did here, I'm not even into it for a half hour for the whole entire lawn. So it pays to have nice equipment. Kind of a joke, but my neighbor across the street asked me like how old my tractor was. And when I told him that the tractor's 46 years old, he's like, oh my God, and the leaf blower's 40 years old. I don't know the exact age of the leaf trailer. I don't know if it has a replacement engine on it, but it's got a newer overhead valve Briggs. I'm guessing it's from the 2000s. I don't think Giant Vac made those trailers in the 2000s, so it could just be a repower of one from the 80s or 90s. I'll never really know, but it pays to have the right stuff.